Basically, long purport was there, so we could complete only one paragraph in the entire purport. So today we are going to go ahead. So basically, as you know, this Shukdev Goswami Parikshit Maharaj conversation is going on. So Shukdev Goswami is now telling that how one can come out of this, how one can atone and those things. So Parikshit Maharaj refuted that argument. Now Shukdev Goswami is telling the more speculative knowledge, like which what all things to be done. And when you have this knowledge, how you can come over this sinful punishment and like that. So let us recite the next paragraph. Okay, so we are, yeah, this was the one we read. So let us recite this verse again. A very beautiful verse it is. Tapasa brahmacharyena
तपसा
तपसा
ब्रह्मचर्येण
shamena cha damena cha
शमेन
शमेन
च
च दमेन च
tyagena satya shauchabhyam
त्यागेन
त्यागेन
सत्यशौचाभ्यां
सत्यशौचाभ्यां
yamena niyamena va
यमिना
यमेन नियमेन वा
यमेन वा
dehavac buddhijam dhira
देहवाक् बुद्धिजं धीरा
dharma gyan
देहवान्
shanjayanvita
धर्मज्ञानसर्जन्त्यता
धर्मज्ञानविताः
क्षिपन्ति अगम महदपि
क्षिपन्ति अगं महादपि
महदपि
वेणुगुल्मम् इवानलः
धेनुगुल्मम् इवानलः.
वेणुगुल्मविमानः.
Yeah, so here, translation purpose is about how one should concentrate the mind by observing a life of celibacy and not fall down. One must undergo the austerity of voluntarily giving up sense enjoyment. One must then control the mind and senses, give charity, be truthful, clean, non-violent, follow regulative principles, chant the Hare Krishna mantra, and thus a sober and faithful person who knows the religious principles is temporarily purified of all sins performed with his body, words, and mind. So whatever sins he has performed with his body, words, and mind, all those things will be nullified just by doing these activities. These sins are like the dried leaves of creepers beneath a bamboo tree, which may be burned by fire, although their roots remains to grow again at the first opportunity. Okay, so first paragraph we have completed. Today we'll start with the second. Yes, Abhishek Pro, you can read this paragraph in
Yes,
the
Joji.
Bhakti. Yes.
In the Bhakti Marga, the path of devotional service, one must strictly follow. One must, sorry, Prabhuji. One must strictly follow the regulative principles by first controlling the tongue. सेवोन्मुखे हि
He jivado
जीवान्
swayam eva spurati adha.
जीवादो. Okay, the tongue jiva can be controlled if one chants the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, does not speak of any subject other than those concerning Krishna, and does not taste anything not offered to Krishna. If one can control the tongue in this way, brahmacharya and other purifying processes will automatically follow. It will be explained in the next verse that the path of devotional service is completely perfect and is therefore superior to the path of fruitive activities and the path of knowledge. Quoting from the Vedas, Srila Virarag, Virag, Viraghava Acharya,
Veera
Srila
Raghav
Viraghav,
Acharya.
Viraraghav Acharya explains that austerity involves observing fasts as fully as possible, tapashank shakena. Srila Rupa Goswami has also advised that atyahara, too much eating, is an impediment to achievement in spiritual life. Also in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, "Yuktahara viharasya yukta chestasya karmasu
कर्मसु
yukta
युक्तस्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः.
yoga bhavati dukha." He who is temperate in his habits of eating, sleeping, working, and recreation can mitigate all material pains by practicing the yoga system.
Yes.
In text 14,
So
the word
here,
dhira. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that's it. So here very wonderful verse comes here from Bhagavad Gita. Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu yukta swapnavabodhasya yogo bhavati dukkha. So I remember after reading the verse, there was one boy that time. Now he's a devotee also. So when he came across this verse, he was actually he initially he had a lot of bad habits. He was going like anytime whenever he used to feel hungry, like anyone like not hungry also. He whenever he feels he used to take something or eat, and he used to have different other habits also. So, and he was thinking, okay, life is like this only, you know. So he was going like that. One day he faced terrible health issues because of such things, because of not having proper regular diet. Some anytime you eat anything, and so like that it was going. But when he faced this health issue, he was very much. He was thinking that what should I do? And he came across the Bhagavad Gita, and that time he read this verse, Yukta Aravyarasya, that one should be what it's written here. No? One should be regulated in the habits of eating, sleeping, working, and recreation. So it's not that actually people's life is meant for just enjoyment, you know, just enjoy as much as possible. No, but it's not possible. The more you enjoy, the more we suffer. So the enjoyment comes with a package. Happiness, little happiness plus suffering. It's a package like that. So then he understood, oh, this is what Gita is telling, and the people, outside people, they were actually fooling me with different advertisements and all. So then he started following, and eventually he came in contact with devotees, and he started staying with devotees in a very wonderful spiritual atmosphere, chanting or getting up early in the morning, chanting all his rounds in the morning, taking prasadam, hearing the class. And then his schedule became, just by staying in that association, he became very regulated. His eating was taken care because when you stay with devotees, timings are very fixed. You have to eat this time. You can't say, okay, I'll take before or I'll take at 11 or 12. No, the timing is there. If you come within that time, you'll get prasad. If you don't come, then you have to miss. So that's why, so the eating time is there, sleeping time. If you don't sleep early, then morning getting up will be difficult. So then we manage that also. So eating, meeting, working, and recreation. So all the things were taken care. So, and many devotees have observed this. So this is a wonderful verse. Even we have a sadhana chart where we write our what time we slept, what time we woke up, how many rounds we are completed by what time, and how many number of hours of reading of Srila Prabhupada books, and how many hours of hearing. So all these things are mentioned. So that helps us to. So that is a sadhana chart. We write it, our all the scores and everything, and then at the end of the week we can just observe ourselves where I am. Like previously I was having this kind of schedule, now it has become little regulated, and even if it is unregulated, but still you will be able to observe that where am I lacking time, where my time is getting wasted, where should I, how can I patch up and all those things. So this helps us to keep the sadhana, our own spiritual life intact. Spiritual plus material, it's both the things happen together. So here one more thing came was about Sevan Mukhehi Jivado Swayam Eva Spuratyada. That means it is telling about tongue. So tongue has two functions. Who can tell? Two functions tongue can do, which was mentioned in the purport also. What are the two things tongue can do? Either
Eating
it
and
can,
speaking.
yeah, eating.
Eating and speaking. Talking.
Yeah, eating and sleeping. Speaking, correct.
Talking. Speaking
So
also.
yeah, eating because we eat with the tongue, and we speak also a lot. So it is said that eating means it has to be the eating should be in a sattvic mode, not a tamasic or rajasic. Tamasic means the food which is kept for hours together. Like sometimes the morning people make food in the morning and same food they take in the night. So that is not good. They just remove, they keep in the fridge, they remove it, heat it, and then give it. So that is tamasic food. That also should not be consumed. So if it is remaining, you understand, okay, this is remaining now, you can immediately just go out of the home and just call out who is there and just give them that food. You should not keep it in the night and again heat it, and so that is not good. Another is Rajasic, that means too spicy, too very chilies are there, or too oily. These things are like Rajasic. It comes once in a while is okay, but like we make pakoda and all, but it should not be a daily thing. That daily some puris and very fried items or very spicy items. Spicy item actually our entire digestive system. Initially, you feel very. Even there are people who, when they eat the spicy items, the tears comes from their eyes because and eyes also and nose also, and still they say, "Oh, very nice, very nice. It's very delicious." So they don't even understand that that is creating some negative impact on their digestive system. So one has to be very careful in this regard. So tongue has to be controlled in the in terms of eating, and another thing is in terms of speaking. So what we speak, that is also very important. We should not speak unnecessarily. Like people just talk about somebody else. Why, you know what that person did? He did this, he did that, and you speak faults of somebody else. So that is a prajalpa. So our speaking should not be utilized in that way. Our speaking should be utilized in spreading the knowledge which is given by Lord and whatever other things are related. So sometimes in our preaching, we may even ask for how is your health and how what did you eat and where are you going, where do you stay. So these things are also related because basically we are trying to bring him more closer to Krishna. But unnecessarily things like talking about politics, talking about somebody's fault, or talking about some unnecessarily things that we should not unnecessarily waste our energy into that. So speaking and eating. So these two things are very important. And why Prabhupada is focusing. So yesterday we discussed about brahmacharya, practicing celibacy. And you today you see the next paragraph, Prabhupada is telling about controlling the tongue. Because if you see tongue, belly and genitals, they come in the same line. So if you don't control the tongue, then that's how one gets carried away by lusty desires. So tongue has to be controlled a lot, and we can't just afford to eat, especially when the digestive system is very good. People tend to eat whatever they want, and the craving increases more and more. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is one verse also comes. Uh, जीवेर लालसा हुई इति इति उति जाय कृष्ण कृष्णधर परायण नहीं शिष्णोधर परायण कृष्ण नहीं पाए. That means jivera lalasa, the tongue, it becomes when it becomes very that lalasa, that greed comes to eat more and more. People actually travel for kilometers together. So iti uti dhai, people go from one place to another just to take or taste that one item which they liked it very much. So they may go like that, but then in that range, what happens is Krishna nahi paye. They will not get Krishna. They will get that item, but they have forgotten Krishna. We should be very careful in not letting our mind and senses unnecessarily get dragged into the sense gratification things. So once in a while, like we make feast in our devotees, so we offer the food and we have feast. So in our temple also we have the in the entire week there is one day is allotted. Okay, this day you can take some sweets and some other things are there, so that is okay. But other things we should take our rice dal sabji chapati. That is like actually food for us. And other things are chutney and other things you take. That is like extra things. Yeah, so but this is our main meal. So the other all other things should not become the main thing, and then you forget to take the real substance. That should not happen. Okay, so going ahead, yeah, yes. Next, Ranakpur, you can read this in the text 14.
Uh, which one, Prabhuji?
In text 14, the word dhira, first line.
Okay. Ji. In text 14, the word dhira, meaning those who are undisturbed under all circumstances, is very significant. Krishna tells Arjun in Bhagavad Gita 2.14, Matra svarshastu konteya sitoshna sukha dukadaha agamai paino nityastam stitiksha svabharata. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They arise from sense perception, O scion of Bharat, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. In material life, there are many disturbances, Adhyatmika, Adidevika, and Adibodhika. One has to learn to tolerate these disturbances under all circumstances. This is called Dhira.
Yeah, so this is the goal of our life to become dhira. Once you become dhira, no, you can be actually very sober, very wonderful personality. All will be attracted to you just by becoming dhira. People will come, oh, how you are able to be not disturbed in such situation. So they will want to learn from you. So this is a very wonderful quality which comes in this verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, that because happiness, distress, it is anyway going to come. You can't just like Prahlad Maharaj said that the way distress is coming, I am not asking for distress, but still it is coming in my life. Similarly, happiness will also come. Why should I endeavor? Why should I over endeavor for that? So distress comes without invitation. Then similarly, happiness also comes without that. So these things will come. Like it is said, it is like winter and summer season. So, now there is a winter. Then people cover their ears and the body entirely, and a little bit cold also air becomes very difficult to tolerate. So sometimes winter, and in the summer it is so much heat that you want to even remove your kurta and other thing, and because so much heat is there, you are not able to tolerate that heat. So sometimes there is a winter season, sometimes summer is there, sometimes rainy season. You want to go out, but then rains come. So this is the actually material world. So only some of the days you will find that the atmosphere is very peaceful and you want to go out without any disturbance. But otherwise, always there is some things. But that doesn't mean that okay, today I will not go to college because it's raining or it's very cold. Let me skip it. So not like that. One has to tolerate this ups and downs which comes in the weather, and even the happiness and distress. These are also ups and downs. Sometimes happiness comes, sometimes distress comes. So all things are temporary. So one should not get disturbed and one should become dhira, sober. Okay, going to the next verse. This is one of the very beautiful verse, which glorifies the path of devotional service. Please recite this verse after me. Kechit kevalaya bhaktya
केचिकेतुर्वलभत्या
vasudeva parayanaha
वासुदेवपरायणः
agam dhunvanti karsnena
अङ्गं दुर्वन्ति काष्णेन
niharimiva bhaskaraha.
निराहमीय भास्कर
Yes, Prashant, through translation.
Only a rare person who has adopted complete unoiled devotional service to Krishna can approve two weights of sinful action with the no possibility that they will review. He can do this simply by discharging devotional service, just as the sun can immediately dissipate fog by its rays.
Yeah, so here Shukdev Goswami, till now he told about Karma Kand, Jnana Kand, now he has come to Bhakti Yoga. And he is telling that only a rare person who has adopted complete, unalloyed devotional service to Krishna can uproot the weeds of sinful actions. So basically, Parishit Maharaj's question was that only, that how the sinful tendency is there, even though actions you get punishment and all, but the weeds of sinful action, that tendency, the root is there, how that can be uprooted. So here Shukdev Goswami is telling that he can do it simply by discharging devotional service, as the sun can immediately dissipate fog by its rays. So as soon as sun comes, all the fogs goes away. Morning time you see that lot of fog is there, but as soon as sun rises, all the fogs go away. So similarly, whatever the sinful tendencies are there in our heart, it will go away just by discharging devotional service. Okay, so next devotee. Yes, Sai Teja Prabhu, you can read the purport.
Okay, bro. In the previous verse, Sukadeva Goswami gave the example that the dried leaves of creepers beneath a bamboo tree may be. Prabhuji, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I am able to hear.
Hello?
Yes, we are able to hear you.
Okay. Bamboo tree. Okay, Prabhu.
Yes.
Completely burned to ashes by a fire, although the creepers may sprout again. But because the root is still in the ground, similarly, because the root of sinful desire is not destroyed in the heart of a person who is cultivating knowledge, but who has no taste for devotional service, there is a possibility that his sinful desires will reappear as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.4.
श्रेया श्रितं
Shreyas
उदस्य ते विभो क्लिश्यन्ति ये केवलबोधलभ्यते।
speculators who undergo labor to gain a meticulous understanding of the material world by distinguishing between sinful and pious activities, but who are not situated in devotional service, are prone to material activities. They fall down and become implicated in fruitive, fruitive activities. If one becomes attached to devotional service, however, his desires for material enjoyment are automatically vanquished without separate endeavor.
भक्ति परेशान भवो विरक्तिर
Bhakti,
अन्यत्र च।
Srimad Bhagavatam 11.2.42. If one is advanced in Krishna consciousness, material activities, both sinful and pious, automatically becomes distasteful to him. That is the test of Krishna consciousness. Both pious and impious activity are actually due to ignorance, because a living entity, as an eternal servant of Krishna, has no need to act for his personal sense gratification. Therefore, as soon as one reclaimed to the platform of devotional service, he relinquishes his attachment for pious and impious activity and is interested only in what will satisfy Krishna. This process of bhakti devotional service to Krishna, Vasudeva Parayana, relieves one from the reactions of all activities.
Yeah. So here Prabhupada is giving the example of the dried leaves of a creepers beneath a bamboo tree. So sometimes lot of creepers also come. Bamboo tree is there, lot of creepers come, and you want to destroy them. So you just put a matchstick and burn all those. But again, it sprouts again after some time because the roots are still there in the ground. So that is what, when the tendency, material, the sinful tendency is there in our heart. So even though we may get punishment for our particular activity, still because the tendency has not gone, again we tend to do the same activity, same sinful tendency we do it. Like I had told about that criminal, he goes to the jail, he does for certain years, he stays there. But after coming, it's not that he has fully reformed. Again, is that stealing tendency or killing tendency, again it may come, and again he may end up in doing the same activity, and then again he has to go to jail. So how to uproot this tendency? That happens only by discharge of devotional service. So when one chants Hare Krishna, so devotional service means chanting, reading, hearing, worshipping, doing services to the Lord, so taking association of devotees. So all these things are actually devotional service. So when we do it, and we see that people, the all the other material things become distasteful to us. Like once, Srila Prabhupada, mm, actually, when he started preaching in the Western countries, so many foreign disciples, they were all coming and they started, and they had many bad habits actually, because they never heard about Krishna, they never got a good samskaras in their childhood. So all of them, they were into different things. And then when Prabhupada went there, he started chanting and he attracted them. And then they started coming for the classes. Prabhupada started telling them what is Krishna, who is Krishna, and how you can go closer to him, and is giving them very wonderful qualities, how you can do this, how you can do that. And then eventually we see that the foreigners, they changed, they started chanting Hare Krishna. And so initially there was a lot of struggle. Sometimes they used to chant, they used to sleep also, and they used to, because they didn't have a habit of getting up early. So initially they used to face a lot of challenges. So once there was one person who was so-called Indian. So he was not a devotee, but he came and he saw that, okay, there's some foreigners, they are chanting and they are sleeping. And he said, oh, Swamiji, what is, your disciples are sleeping? They are not, I think it was in chanting or it was in Srimad Bhagavatam, I think. So they were hearing Bhagavatam class, but they were feeling sleepy because of whole day they were doing a lot of services. And so that time devotees were very less. So less devotees had to do a lot of activities. So then they used to be very tired. So in the class, sometimes they used to get sleep. And this person, he came and he was observing, oh, these people are all sleeping. And this this people. And then Prabhupada said, "Oh, what happened?" He said, "Swamiji, your disciples are sleeping. They are not properly doing devotional service." He said, "Whatever devotional service they have done, with that they have left their home, they have left their all the material desires. They had so many other things, and they left that, and they are now coming here and serving the Lord. And such a transformation has come, and you are here awake, and you are not doing anything." So he said, "What is the use of being awake and you are saying that I am awake, but you are not actually getting transformed?" Because his attitude was not proper. So even though he might have heard the entire Bhagavatam class with full attention, but he was only engaged in seeing who all are sleeping and who is attentive and those things. He was not himself focused. But whereas devotees, even though they were getting sleep, they were again and again getting up, struggling to hear each and every word, and struggling to, so that's why they could transform themselves. And we have seen also so many devotees, what kind of background they had previously, and now what they became. That is the power of devotional service. So there are, if every person in ISKCON actually can write a story about his own story, how he came to Krishna consciousness, what he was before and what he became now. So we see this bhakti pareshanubhava viraktir anyatra cha. So as soon as one comes to Krishna consciousness, his taste for devotional material activities goes off, and that is the test of advancement in spiritual life. So one may say, okay, how should I know whether I'm advanced or not? So basically the enjoying tendency goes off, and the more service attitude increases. So that is the advancement in spiritual life. So that is a barometer we can know the where we are. Okay, yes, Shivaram Krishna Prabhu, you can read this paragraph. Since Maharaj Parikshit. Not able to hear you.
The screen is blank here, so I'm just getting some. Yes, Prabhu, I got it. No, the screen was actually
Very low sound is
Maharaja
coming.
Parikshit. Okay. Maharaja Parikshit was a great devotee. The answers of his guru, Sukadeva Goswami, concerning Karma Khanda and Jnana Khanda could not satisfy him. Therefore, Sukadeva Goswami, knowing very well the heart of his disciple, explained the transcendental bliss of devotional service. The word kechit, which is used in the verse, means a few people but not all. Not everyone can become Krishna conscious. As Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita 7.3, Manushyanam sahasresu kaschidhyat tatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam vete tatavaha tatvatha. Out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Practically, no one understands Krishna as he is. For Krishna cannot be understood through pious activities or attainment of the most elevated speculative knowledge. Actually, the highest knowledge consists of understanding Krishna. Unintelligent men who do not understand Krishna are grossly puffed up, thinking that they are liberated or have themselves become Krishna or Narayana. This is ignorant. To
Yeah,
imitate purity of
yes,
bhakti, devotional service, Srila Rupa Goswami. Oh, sorry.
yes. So here, Parikshit
Should I
Maharaj,
continue,
he
Prabhuji?
actually discarded Karma Kand and Jnana Kand, and then he accepted Bhakti Yoga, which is being told in this verse. Kechit Kevalaya Bhaktya. Only by devotional service one can actually uproot all the sinful tendencies. So, and such a soul will be very rare. Many people will be pious, some people will be into Jnanis, tendencies and all. But a bhakta will be very rare. That's why it is said, Manushyanam Sahasreshu. That means out of thousand. Sahasra means thousand. So out of thousand, only one person will be there who will actually understand the importance of devotional service. And then he will continue and go ahead. So not everyone can come to that path. So it is a very rare, only by it's Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. Only by the mercy of Guru and Krishna we can come to this path and actually coming and understanding and going ahead. So that is not possible for everyone. So that's why we are getting. So we should, in case we are getting, so we should not leave it. It is said those like Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyavan Jeev. That means Pure Brahmand, so many people are wandering in this one life to another, birth and death, going on from one species to another. So Kona Bhagyavan Jiv, which is that fortunate soul who will get the Guru Krishna Prasad or mercy of the Guru and Krishna and come to the path of devotional service. So this entire translation and purport in this verse, Kechit Kevalaya Bhaktya, so it tells the glories of devotional service. So who is that fortunate jiva who will get this kripa, the mercy of the Lord? So, and these are the fortunate people who gets mercy of Guru and Krishna, and those unfortunate means those who don't get, they are unfortunate. But then there is one more category, most unfortunate. So they are the one who get the mercy of Guru Krishna, they come to devotional service and then they leave it. They are most unfortunate because they got a what we say, they got like a diamond, gold diamonds, they got rubies, like that very valuable gift they got, and they are just left it and they have gone to find some pebbles and glass pieces and all. So that's why they are most unfortunate. So going ahead to indicate, yes, Ashutosh Prabhu, you can read to indicate the purity of bhakti.
Screen is not visible.
Oh, like 1 minute. Yes. Now I can. To indicate the purity of bhakti.
It is still not visible. It is loading. Stop. Yeah. To
Okay.
indicate the purity of bhakti, devotional service. Srila Rupa Goswami says in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anukulayena krishnano shilanam bhaktiruttama. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. Srila Rupa Goswami further explains that bhakti is shailas,
Kleshagni Shubhata.
which means if one takes to devotional service, all kinds of unnecessary labor and material distress cease entirely, and one achieves all good fortune. Bhakti is so powerful that it is also said to be moksha lagu takrit. In other words, it minimizes the importance of liberation.
Yeah, so
Not
in this paragraph, you must have found some different words. Like first time you must have heard about this Kleshagni Shubhada or Moksha Laguta Krit. So basically there are 8 characteristics of devotional service. So in it's like 8 benefits of devotional service. What all things you get when you discharge devotional service? So this is Kleshada, Shubhada. That means everything becomes auspicious. Kleshada means you become free from all the distress and miseries and sufferings. And Moksha Lagita Krit. That means getting liberation. So all these things come when you just perform devotional service. So that is very nice here. Yes. Yeah. So will you go ahead? Next paragraph. Yes. So Umang Pro can read. Non-devotees.
Screen is shared.
Yes.
Yeah. So non-devotees must undergo material hardships because they are prone to commit sinful fruitive activities. The desire to commit sinful action continues in their hearts due to ignorance. These sinful actions are divided into three
Voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking, Umang Pro.
categories and also to divisions. Is it audible now?
It is breaking a lot.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, now it's
Hare
audible.
Krishna. Is it now fine now, bro? I switched. So from
One
where it
word
was
is
breaking,
getting.
bro?
We couldn't hear only anything.
Okay, non-devotees must undergo. Oh, sorry, bro. I'll read it again quickly. Non-devotees must undergo material hardships because they are prone to commit sinful, fruitive activities. The desire to commit sinful actions continues in their hearts due to ignorance. These sinful actions are divided into three categories: pataka, mahapataka, and atipataka, and also into two divisions: prarabdha and aprarabdha. Prarabdha refers to sinful reaction from which one is suffering at the present, and aprarabdha refers to sources of potential suffering. When the seeds bija of sinful reactions have not yet fructified, the reactions are called aprarabdha. These seeds of sinful action are unseen, but they are unlimited, and no one can trace when they are first planted. Because of prarabdha, sinful reactions that have already fructified, one is seen to have taken birth in a low family or to be suffering from other miseries.
Yes.
When one takes to devotion,
Yeah. Thank you. So here it is said non-devotees must undergo material hardships because they are prone to commit sinful activities. And here sinful actions are divided into three categories: pataka, mahapataka, and atipataka. These are also new terms for you. So basically, and two divisions, prarabdha and aprarabdha. Prarabdha means actually these are parts of sinful actions, means basically karmas, our karma. So as soon as we take birth, we have already karma because our past life, previous so many lives, whatever we are taking. So the certain karmas we get in the same life, certain karmas are carried forward to the next life. So prarabdha is the karma which refers to sinful act from which one is suffering at the present, like prarabdha. Like suppose, so in the device discover yourself, when we study, there are certain things come that we choose. We can choose our career, we can choose a college, we can choose spouse, and we can choose so many things, what to eat and what not. But there are certain things which we cannot choose, which comes as soon as we take birth. Those things are there, we can't choose it. What is that? Anyone knows? What are the things we can't choose?
Parents,
Yes.
parents, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Parents,
Parents, correct.
parents.
Parents we don't choose. As soon as we take birth, we have parents. We can't say no, no. I want to take birth in a family of Ambani. As soon as I'm born, I'm the billionaire. So, so that we can't choose. As soon as we are born, whatever family we are born, that is. So one may say, oh, how is it? This person, this small baby, like it is like just they take birth. Somebody has taken the family of a very rich person, and as soon as he opens his eyes, he is the billionaire, billionaire. He has got everything. Even if he doesn't study or doesn't do anything, he has all the things are taken for like taken care for him. And there is another person who is born in a slum. As soon as he is born, he opens his eyes and then he sees his father has passed away, mother is there, and three, four sisters are there. And then in the childhood only, he gets tension to settle them and on, and even getting daily food is also so difficult for him. So one may think, oh, what is this kind of, why Lord has created such kind of partiality in this world? One person is getting birth in a slum, another child is getting birth in a rich man house. So why like that? So this is called prarabdha karma, that we don't choose. This is the prarabdha, means because of our previous life, this particular life we are getting certain things which we don't choose. Our face cut we don't choose. Whatever face cut it comes, you can't just cut it in a, or you can in the Photoshop you can change your photo, but in the actual life it remains the same. You can't much change it. So that's why. So even our intelligence, our voice, or many things, so we can't choose these things, whatever. So this is how it carries forward from our previous life. So that is called prarabdha karma. And then there is a aprarabdha karma. That means it doesn't manifest, but it is a potentially going to manifest. That means eventually it's like a atta. This when you make chapati, you first make a dough, and then you make small rounds from that, and then you make chapati from that. So like that, aprarabdha karma is like that. It is there stored within us, and eventually, whenever time comes, one karma will be released. okay, this person should get this, or he should not get this, he should get this. So at different intervals in our life, that karmas will be released. So that is called aprarabdha karma. So that is also not in our hand, but it will not come immediately. It comes eventually. So that is what is said here about prarabdha and aprarabdha. So when the seeds, bija of sinful reactions have not yet fructified, the reactions are called aprarabdha. So similarly, the beach, we have a small plant, no? First you put a seed, then eventually water, and then it becomes a plant and into a tree. Similarly, the sinful tendency is also like a beach initially. So some part already you got as prarabdha, some will get fructified and then it comes as a prarabdha. So that is our sinful tree, we say. So sinful beach, bijam, kutam, there are multiple of that. So those things come in this regard. Okay, going next. Yes, Suraj Pro, you can read next paragraph. When one takes to devotional service, what happens? We will just complete this one purport and then we will end today's discussion.
Screen is not able to.
It's visible. Screen is shared.
I can't see the screen.
Ronak Bro, are you able to see?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, I can
Yes,
see.
Prabhu, we can see.
I can see, Prabhu.
No, Prabhu.
You can read it then.
I think there is network problem.
Yeah, correct. Ronak Pro can read. Sai Teja Pro, you can
Yes,
read.
yes, Prabhuji. Yes, I can read. I can read.
Okay. Yeah, please.
So, when one takes to devotional service, however, all phases of sinful life, including prarabdha, aprarabdha, and bija, are vanquished. In Srimad Bhagavatam 11.14.19, Lord Krishna tells Uddhav, Yathagnihi susamriddhari chiha karoti edhamshi bhasmasat tatha mad vishaya bhaktir Uddhva Uddhavainamsi Kritanchaha. Okay, my dear Uddhav, devotional service in relationship with me is like a blazing fire that can burn to ashes all the fuel of sinful activities supplied to it. How devotional service vanquishes the reactions of sinful life is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam 3.33.6 in a verse spoken during Lord Kapil Dev's instruction to his mother Devahuti. Devahuti said,
यन्नामधेयं
Yanamatheya.
श्रवणकीर्तनात् यत्
Ji.
प्रथवनात् यत् स्मरणादपि क्वचित् स्वादोऽपि सद्य श्रवणाय कल्पते उत पुनस्ते भगवन्न दर्शनात्.
Hari Bol. Should I read the next one?
Yes, translation you can read.
My dear Lord, if even a person born in a family of a dog eater hears and repeats the chanting of your glories, offers respect to you and remembers you, he is immediately greater than a Brahman and is therefore eligible to perform sacrifices. Therefore, what is to be said of one who has seen you directly?
Yeah. Next, Sai Tejapur can read next paragraph. Last.
Yes, Prabhu. In the Purana, there is a statement that persons whose hearts are always attached to the devotional service of Lord Vishnu are immediately released from all the reactions of sinful life. These reactions generally exist in four phases. Some of them are ready to produce results immediately, some are in the form of seeds, some are unmanifested, and some are current. All such reactions are immediately nullified by devotional service. When devotional service is present in one's heart, desires to perform sinful activities have no place there. Sinful life is due to ignorance, which means forgetfulness of one's constitutional position as an external servant of God. But when one is fully Krishna conscious, he realizes that he is God's eternal servant. Should I continue, Prabhu?
Yeah, no, we'll just discuss something. So,
Okay, Prabhu.
yeah, so basically, uh, of course, last paragraph is even more bigger. So we will end our discussion here. Only thing you might have heard a lot of new things here about pure devotional service. Basically, this purport, because the verse was about Kichit Kevalaya Bhaktya. So before starting the process of devotional service, in this one word, Prabhupada has given the entire glories of devotional service, how it destroys the sinful actions, sinful tendencies, and everything, and what all benefits you get. So Prabhupada is such a speaker that he doesn't, because so much Krishna consciousness, bhakti is there inside. So Prabhupada has everything taken out in this one verse. So that's why this verse is very very special. Kechit Kevalaya Bhaktya. So all of you can even try to memorize and recite this shloka. Very wonderful. So whenever the devotional service came, so Prabhupada took the opportunity to glorify the entire pure unalloyed devotional service. So one may say that okay, this very so it may seems to be very high level, but then we should understand okay, my level is now I am in this level, but this is my aspiration. So I want to reach to this platform. So even in spiritual life, we should have some goals, ambitions. Okay, this is the level I want to reach to, and I have to take small steps, and eventually I will come to that level. So then, and that's why we are devotee. Otherwise, devotee means what? One is devoted to Lord, completely devoted to Lord. But we are not yet completely devoted. But because we are in the process of devotion, so that's why we are also called as devotee. So once Srila Prabhupada, once it was asked to him that how many pure devotees are there in your movement? And Prabhupada just looked at one disciple. He said, "Hey, how many disciples are there? How many devotees are there initiated?" And he asked in our movement. They said, "Prabhupada, there are around 500 devotees." So then immediately he told to the person, he said, "500 pure devotees are there in our movement." And the person was shocked. He said, "Yeah, they are pure devotees because they are in the path of pure devotion." So because they are in the path, they are going to reach. So it's like when you suppose you have to go to some destination, you have started from your place and you are trying to go to that place. So because you are in the path, that path is going to directly come to that destination only. That means he has already reached. So if somebody says, okay, where is he? Yeah, he has already reached. Because he is almost reaching that platform. He's on the way. So that means he is going to come. So you become very confident. So that's how we are all in the path of devotional service, pure devotional service. So that is our goal, and we are in this stage. But we are on the path. That's why. So once Prabhupada said there are 12 margins, and the person in the audience he got up, he said, Prabhupada, you are the 13th margin. And Prabhupada said, you are 14th margin. So basically, whoever follows in the footsteps of Mahajan, he also becomes Mahajan. So that's why Prabhupada says, because you are following me, so you are also now Mahajan. So that's how we conclude. So thank you all very much. We end our discussion here, and next time we will take ahead the next verses, which are going to now devotional services started. So next verses will start with that, and then the Ajamila episode is going to begin. Okay, so thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Hey,
Jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for Jai the
Hare
lecture.
Krishna.
Prabhuji, yesterday's lecture
Jai
recording,
Krishna.
can you put in the group? It was powerful.
It's put up already. Yesterday only it was put up.
Oh, I didn't check. Thank you,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Shobhya. Thank you, Prabhuji.